I got to go back to what Brian was stating as his vision for the State Department, and that aligns so nicely with our strategy and our vision of what the future is. So, you think about it, we're interacting with the internet, we're interacting with public cloud applications and private cloud applications, and maybe to a lesser extent, legacy applications. But being able to provide a platform, a framework, a fabric, if you will, that's going to allow you to have visibility and control across all those different environments so that you can understand what's happening at any point in time, down to the individual, down to the device, down to the specific object, right? So when you think about zero trust, it's not just controlling who and what is interacting with your assets, but it's also really understanding where those assets are. And we can think about some of the breaches that we've had over the past months and years, certainly. I hear there's those things will continue to happen as we
there's been another breach.
Yes, absolutely. If we're going to do this right, we need to make sure that we have the capability in place to be able to monitor those objects, understand their sensitivity, and if they do happen to get into the wrong hands, we might want a way to destroy them, right? So there's all sorts of capability that can enable that approach, based on PKI technology, for instance, being able to limit the distribution of documents and understand, again, who's interacting, where they're interacting from. Somebody tries to open up a document, basically it does a callback to the certificate store to understand whether or not they're authorized to access that document. So it's not for a lack of technology. I think what we really need to focus on now is what does that workflow look like, and how do we best implement that workflow so it best scales the existing workforce?
Right.
Because I think that's something that's really key for us to think about today as we kind of ramp up.